This is Excel 2016, Module 4, Part 7. In this particular segment, we are going to look at editing the chart data source as well as the categories after you have created a chart. So we're going to start back at our Backspace workbook. And this time I want you to go to the projected gross income worksheet. That is where our data is located we will use for this chart. So we are going to start out creating a chart that shows our gross income for each year. So I want you to select A4 through B14 as your data source for the chart. Then go up to your Insert button. We're going to insert from the line chart. So click that drop-down button and choose the very first option in the 2D section that says Line. Now you'll notice what it did here is it saw two sets of numbers, and so it charted both of those. It charted the year as well as the gross income. And that was not our intent. So we need to remove the year from the information that is being charted. So we're going to start out by moving the chart to a location, and then we will also format it to get rid of those years. So we're going to click on the chart to move it. It needs to be starting in D2, and then it's going to go through J14. So use those resizing handles and bring it in to J14. We're going to change the title of our chart, and we're going to call this gross income. All right, let's go up now and get rid of this year. So we're going to choose Select Data. You'll notice there are two boxes here. One says what data series, legend entries series. This tells you what data points are being plotted. The year one should not have been plotted, so we are going to remove that. This over here tells us what the categories are going to say on our chart. And if you notice right now, our horizontal axis labels only say 1 through 10. I would rather that they said the years 2017 through 2026. So I want to edit those. And it wants to know what I want those labels to be. When you select these, you should not select the column heading, simply the data points. So it's going to be 2017, which is in A5, all the years down to 2026, which is in A14. And then click OK. Notice it populated those years here now instead of numbers. And you can see that it made that change for us. And now we have an updated chart. that removed the years from the charting and actually placed them as the axis labels, which is what we originally intended. So that's how you need to change the data source. So again, if you need to make changes to the data itself that is being charted, or these horizontal axis labels, you're going to go up here to this Switch Data button. The left side actually changes what is plotted on the chart. The right side changes the labels on your axis. This is another time, a good time to point out this button. If you're creating a chart and what you intended was for the years to go along the vertical axis and the dollar amounts to go across the horizontal axis, and Excel did it the opposite way, you can use this button here to switch the rows and the columns so that it will chart the opposite way for you. So that is another option you have once you create a chart. Our next segment is going to cover the histogram chart type.